Welcome to Talking Comics. We're here at the LSCC and we are with Jimsicle, Lord Jimsicle of You Have Issues. And we're at the limited edition comics booth once again. And what do you think of the con so far?
So far, it's really, really good. I mean, everything's very spread out and weird, because when I was at Campbell last year, everything's really sort of compact. It was, and it was very easy to sort of get overcrowded a lot of the time. But here, it's really nice, and everyone seems really cooperative and really lovely, and it's just a very friendly vibe. I'm really digging it. But
no Marvel or DC, which is a little bit...
Yeah, I mean, not really, because everything's all just small press booths and just places selling, booths selling the comics by these guys. No actual representatives from them. It is a bit unusual, but yeah.
You know, and the funny thing is kind of, I think the Campbell was the opposite.
I completely agree, yeah. It was really a big sort of representative of each company, because they had like an image panel, they had a New 52 panel, as well as like Marvel Now and everything like that. So yeah, this one's more just for things like 2000 AD have a huge presence here. That's definitely something, but aside from that, yeah, there's nothing really, not a great deal from the American comics market.
I hear that we're kind of going to war, me and you, apparently.
Well, are we really bringing up the Barbara Gordon Iron Man thing?
I don't know if I don't think we should have a discussion Marvel versus DC on here. That's what I said to Dan and Dale. We're back at the LSCC once again. I've got two guests with me from the two more YouTube stars.
Definitely, yeah.
Stars. Let's not set the bar too high.
I like the difference in modesty there. I'm like, yes, we are stars.
We're stars. They've got a comic book show online called Dan and Dale. We recommend you go and see it, especially because they're finding the greatest comic book superhero of all time.
Yes, we are. We're attempting to anyway. We had 64 names at the start, was it?
Yeah, I mean, we went out, we found generally what were regarded as the 62 best superheroes. Then we kind of whittled down. There's a tournament, there's a table. We like tables. And it kind of is viewer interaction. We're deciding ourselves sometimes, and we're getting there.
How do you guys come to a decision on whether it goes through or not?
Well, it's every different reason you can possibly think has got to go into it, and a lot of it obviously is opinion. I'll regularly say something, I'll convince Dale, and then we'll find Eli in the comments completely disagreeing with it. So, you know, it's that kind of thing, and if we can't decide, we'll throw it out to the viewers, and they'll decide, and it's fun time.
So you guys get to decide together first, and then if you just can't reach some kind of agreement, you send it to the mob.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they are just really hard to figure out who the better one is. Like, you know, who's better between Batgirl and Iron Man? We can't decide, so we have to throw it out to the people. It's, you know, that happens sometimes. Mutual decisions.
Are we going to have the? I just feel if we start this Batgirl versus Iron Man conversation, it's going to turn into Marvel versus DC. And welcome to Talking Comics with J. Scott Campbell. We're here at the LSCC. We've just seen the Spider-Man 700 and Superior Spider-Man covers, yes. And they've been interlinked. Can you tell us, you know, what happened with those as well?
Again, it was a situation where Marvel and Midtown kind of brainstormed and then approached me basically with a general idea, like a kind of a basic concept that I had to sort of like figure out if it could work visually. And thankfully, it seemed to resonate with the fans. They seemed to like it a lot, so I was very pleased.
Are we going to see a third cover for that series?
For that particular series, no, I don't think there's a way to tack on a third one to that particular set of covers. But you never know. I mean, you never say never, right?
And what can we expect next? I know you've been doing variant covers with Midtown.
Yes.
Is that going to continue, or are you going to be moving into the interiors for Marvel, or?
I don't know if there's any interior project on the horizon. I mean, I am pretty busy with cover work that I do. I also have a calendar that's going to be coming out later in the year. I've done 3 of them in the past.
Is this for Marvel or is this your own?
No, this is my own stuff, my own characters. It's like a fairy tale, like kind of like sexy fairy tale kind of thing. And I've been doing some work with Disney, with their galleries. So I'm really enjoying sort of the variety that I'm able to do now. I'm sure at some point I'll get back to interiors.
Anthony, who's an art director at Zenescope, you've turned up to the LSCC for the first time, right?
Absolutely, yeah. This is our first time out here. We're having a great time. Everything's going really well, so we're really enjoying it.
And how do you feel? How are you feeling about being in the UK and the con?
I love it. We were out here for a couple days earlier and checked out London, and that was great. And the con's been going really well too. The fans seem to be responding really well to our books, and yeah, we're having a lot of fun.
Some time ago, actually, we did Alice in Wonderland review on the show. It was part of the news. It was flying out. The book was flying out of this shop actually specifically, and they couldn't get them in quick enough. Why do you think Alice has done so well?
I'm not really sure. I think in general, a lot of the fairy tale stuff plays well in Europe because a lot of it started over here. I think everybody likes Alice. The Alice series went over really well for us in general because that's kind of the one that I think people were waiting for after our original Wonderland trilogy, focusing on her daughter. So, but I think everybody really likes it no matter where they are.
And we saw some variant covers as well that came out especially for the LSCC.
Yeah, I did one of them. I did the one where they are standing in front of the guard. But yeah,
when they're bending over.
Yeah.
That's
I did that one, and then Elias Jazudius, he did a limited edition, like a more limited version one with Robin Hood, and then Jamie Tyndall did the one where they're the policewoman.
Yeah.
So they're going really well too. The fans really seem to like those. I've been signing a lot of them. I know that, and I know Elias has too. So yeah, they're going great.
In my opinion, from watching your shows, Dale seems more the Marvel fan and Dan seems more the DC fan. Is that fair?
That certainly used to be the case, right? That's been the case throughout our kind of childhoods. But I mean, if I look at the books that I'm buying now, 80% of them are Marvel books because they're just better at the moment. They're just
and he's not saying that because Dan Slott's sat like 3 feet away from us.
I have to say, I was rather gutted that I wasn't invited on when they were discussing Dick Grayson and Superman. They're two of my favourite characters, and I wasn't able to discuss it with them. Really effed me off.
But you didn't agree with their answer then?
No.
Me neither.
Because they're both brilliant.
Do you know what? It would have been them two versus us two. Can you imagine that?
I'm an even-handed comic book fan.
Yeah,
For a DC fan.
So is everybody an even guy.
I was about to say, we all like to think we're even-handed, but...
Do you know what I noticed when you did Nightwing, I think it was, how passionately you spoke about Nightwing gave me the kind of wink that you were a DC fan. That's what did it for me.
Yeah, for me, and I said it on the show before, I feel like it's an issue of continuity, and you can't get bogged down in it. But I've always felt like DC have had the more elegant continuity, so that's kind of where it came from Nightwing. But
it helps that you just love a Robin. Doesn't matter which one, you love a Robin.
Did you read A versus X at all?
I did, and
the AVX part. Did you read that?
Yeah, not the fight book. I didn't read the fight book.
Good. Don't. Do you know what? Yeah. Don't spoil it. Just leave it where it is.
Right.
Reading the fight book is just a mistake.
Well, no, I mean, I read like most of the main series of A versus X, and I like it. But you know what? What's really annoying me with Marvel? When are the heroes going to start fighting villains again? Because seriously, the past 5 events is just like, oh yeah, okay, there's like Civil War, Secret Invasion, just like, oh, Iron Man battering Spider-Man, stuff like this. Seriously, you have villains for a reason. That's why, okay, it's not.
Come on. It's been like 70 years. Well, if you go back all the way to Superman, they've been fighting villains for a long time.
Yeah,
you got to play this out for a bit.
There's a reason it went on for so long, because it's good.
Yeah. I prefer Image comics at the moment.
Do you know what? I'm with you, I'm afraid. I don't know how you feel, Dan, but I think they really nail it. Have you read a graphic novel called Revival?
No, we haven't gone around to it yet. No, I have wanted to though.
I got to sort you out. I mean, I
saw that you did a little promo code for it on your show, and I was like, I should buy it. But I never got around to it.
Yeah, really good. Well, you can pick it up from Limited Edition Comics. I'm sure they'll love that plug, won't they? It's probably sitting. Newbell says it's sitting at the front there, so just shout at them like Talk Comic Special or something. Maybe they'll sort of deal out for you.
Good.
I've got a feeling it's going to turn out to be Spider-Man, Batman final.
Probably, yeah. That is going to be a real tough one. That will be.
That's not necessarily really a fact. That's not. And I haven't actually looked at the table.
Yeah, I've not had a look
So
at it.
I don't know.
either,
I don't know if that's actually possible even for a final. But it's going to be I think it's going to be a Marvel versus DC final.
I hope it does, because it'll make everything a hell of a lot easier. Because, yeah.
How is that going to be easier? There's going to be 4 of us going at it. That's just going to be totally nuts.
All right, when I say easier, I mean, okay, we could resolve the argument a lot quicker if it was two characters from the same universe.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, but in this issue it did this and this and that done. That's it.
Yeah.
You can speculate all you like, Marvel versus DC.
Yeah.
Although saying that is a suggestion for Dan and Dale. The next time we do it, I think next time we do another series of hero battles, I think we should leave out Marvel and DC. Let's try something like Image and Top Cow or anyone like that, and just.
Do you feel like they didn't include in that?
Oh no, nothing.
Oh
like that.
dear, we're getting controversial here. You saying they didn't include in the 62 some image superheroes? Is that what you're?
I'm not saying they didn't include them, purposefully. Okay, what
Should have included them. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh, this is getting dangerous. This is getting very dangerous.
Hi, my name's Ellie, and I'm just completely twisting Lord Jimsicle's words.
That's how I roll. That's how this rolls. This is how this show goes. That's what we do here.
But my point was, it's a lot easier to do a show where full of characters everyone knows or is very knowledgeable about. The real trick will be, okay, let's bring in some other characters. Let's say we do something like.
Real point.
Yeah.
I hear your real point. But I've got a feeling they're going to do the greatest supervillain of all time.
Oh, that will be good. Although I think it's a bit pointless because Ra's
We all know
al
it's
Ghul-
Doctor Doom.
No, Ra's al
Doctor
Ghul.
Doom.
Ra's al Ghul.
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom.
And I look forward to not only continue watching your show, the reviews and the battles, and I take a gulp when I say battles.
It's going to be a war. There's no denying that. It's going to be war.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little worried. I've got a feeling it's going to be me and you versus Dan and Jimsicle, and it's going to basically, you've added more people, but you haven't helped the odds.
Haven't
It's
had
still
diversity in it. It's still similar opinions, just more of them.
But you know why? I think actually, if you think about it, it's probably a good thing because you've got a balanced view. You've got 2 people who are slightly. I love my DC as well. I mean, we all love comics, full stop, right? So
Why
We've
we're
got our
here.
biases, right? We've all got our biases. We're going to have them no matter what. You just got to try and deal with them the best
yeah,
you can.
exactly. So look, guys, check out their show. I love it. It's hilarious, and definitely keeps discussions going non-stop. So, and comment on this show as well because it's brilliant. So if you get a chance, Dan and Dale's Comic Book Show, and obviously we'll see you again on Talking Comics.